Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and NewsChannel 5.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast today. The Cleveland Browns Foundation Vice President and Executive Director Renee Harvey joins me this morning to talk about the foundation, the Cleveland Browns Foundation, and its mission and activities. Later on, we will hear from the Cuyahoga County Executive himself, Armand Budish. He'll tell us about Polaris West Shore Career Fair taking place on April the 1st. We'll probably hit on some other subjects as well. And on the broadcast after that, the Reverend Paul Sadler and vocalist Pat Harris will tell us about the Songs of a Dream concert, which is a major fundraiser for the Christian Business League. Good morning again, everybody. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin. Beginning with one of the Cleveland Browns. Well, not one of the players, but a woman who is Vice President and Executive Director of the Cleveland Browns Foundation. She's Renee Harvey. Good to have you with us, Renee.
Good morning. Good to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Good to have you here. What's the mission of the Cleveland Browns Foundation?
Sure. So we actually underwent, about a year and a half ago, an evaluation of what we were doing in the community and really determined that while we were doing many great initiatives that we needed to really focus and do some major deep impact work. So we redefined our focus for the foundation, our mission, and really landed on education and youth development and trying to target solution-based programming to really provide kids with a lifetime of independence and success.
Yeah, this is the charitable arm of the Cleveland Browns organization.
It is.
Not only do we play football on Sundays and try to win as much as we can,
correct,
but we try to be in the community as well.
We do. We think that's an important part of who we are as an organization.
Yeah.
Important to be part of it. We're here in this community and want to see it thrive as well.
Yeah. I know you've got a new report out that you're rather excited about. What's that report?
We are. So as I mentioned, we do have a new mission, and we've just completed our first fiscal year under that new mission. And so it's really a report to show the impact that that we have had, but also, and more importantly, our grant partners and the programs that we're supporting. And so it really profiles a lot of the initiatives under the education and youth development aspects, along with the fundraising and where those monies are going.
Yeah. Give me an idea of some of the educational components that you're dealing with.
Sure. So we have a myriad of different programs that span from birth all the way through college graduation. And what we've been able to do is, under that evaluation process that we did, we kept some of the programs that we really felt fit with our mission, such as Mary Motley Scholarship, which is a program that provides local youth with an opportunity to attend college. Most of the youth are first generation to attend college, and all have either graduated or are on track to graduate, so we're very proud of that. And then we've also added new partners, such as the Centers for Families and Children, Ginn Academy, and some other amazing partners.
Yeah. Speaking of Ginn Academy, I know you brought along a photograph with you that we're going to put up. These are some of the young men at the Ginn Academy. Tell me about your involvement with the Ginn Academy, who run by Ted Ginn, that wonderful coach at Glenville High School.
That legendary coach. He's done an amazing job with his leadership team at Ginn Academy, and they have part of their model is really to have life coaches, and these life coaches are brought on board to really serve as a support system for each of the students. They follow them from freshman year all the way through graduation and really focus and support them in the areas of academics and their behavior and social emotional development, providing them extra support for what they need, not only in the classroom but also outside. Yeah,
Ted Ginn looks at the entire person. It's kind of a holistic approach, not only football and sports, but academics and personality and
strong young men, and he wants them to make sure that they're good citizens and that they succeed in life.
Well, Renee, you've got something called the 200-day pledge in significance. You and I chatted a little bit about that.
We did.
Open that up a little bit. What is that?
So it's an amazing initiative that the Centers for Families and Children started. It's a pledge that the 2,000 days really represents the number of days from birth until a child starts kindergarten, and making sure that we do everything we can to maximize that child's learning before they start their kindergarten year. And so it's a pledge really between a parent and an educator to make sure that they're going to work together to help that child so, again, they are ready to start. And so want to have effective parent-teacher partnerships and making sure parents understand that they have an important role to choose high-quality learning for their children.
I love that concept, 2,000 days from birth until the first day of kindergarten, from birth until, I guess, 5 years old or thereabouts.
It's very clear. Yep, 2,000 days, and again, maximizing everything we can to give them the best possible start they can have.
I'll bet those 2,000 days set the tone for how that person's going to grow up.
It does. It really does.
That's a big part of it. Well, good. We've got 2 minutes remaining. I want to talk a little bit about what else you got going over at the Cleveland Browns Foundation. What else excites you as the Vice President and Executive Director?
Well, we've talked a lot about the educational side, but one of the programs that we've been able to continue is on the youth development side, and it's a program that we do with the Achievement Centers for Children, and it's an adapted football league for kids with disabilities, and so it's the first of its kind in the state of Ohio, and we have about 75 kids and young adults who are able to play football and learn how to socialize and do many of the things that we take for granted as able-bodied individuals, and we've seen amazing growth from a lot of these individuals, and their parents really appreciate the program as well, so they're doing a nice job.
Personally, that's one of the things I like about the Cleveland Browns organization. It's really all the NFL and the Major League Baseball and basketball as well, is their charitable arms in the communities in which they play.
Absolutely. It's important to our owners. You know, Dean and Jimmy Haslam, they lead the charge, and it's extremely important to them and our entire organization.
Does Jimmy listen to you when you say, I think this guy ought to quarterback or that guy ought to be your wide receiver?
He probably doesn't want to listen to me on that. No.
You leave that out.
I let him handle that part.
You let the football guys handle the football side.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you being with us,
Thank
Renee
you so
Harvey.
much.
We're going to put her information on the screen, clevelandbrowns.com/foundation. You can get more information on everything we've been talking about. Renee Harvey is the Vice President and Executive Director of the Cleveland Browns Foundation, which is the charitable arm of my favorite football team, by the way.
Thank you.
So Jimmy Haslam and everybody over there, we said hi.
Absolutely, we'll do.
And let's go
My
get
pleasure.
a Super Bowl soon.
Sounds great.
Sounds good to me, too. Many thanks, Renee Harvey, for being with us.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a break. This is News Channel 5's Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. I'll be right back in just a moment with the County Executive of Cuyahoga County, Armand Budish. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope today. Good to have you with us. The Polaris West Shore Career Fair takes place on April the 1st in Middleburg Heights. And the Cuyahoga County Executive, Armand Budish, is here to tell us about the annual event for those who are looking for work. Mr. County Executive, good to have you with us.
Great to see you, Leon.
Yeah. I hope everything is working at Cuyahoga County at your level, working for you.
So far, so good. We got some challenges, but we're working on them. And most important, we're focused on trying to help people get jobs.
Been on the job since January, right?
Been on the job since January. I have vast experience of just over 2.5 months.
Armand, any surprises? Was there anything that surprised you?
The better question is there anything that didn't surprise me? Lots of surprises, lots of things. But it's all good. All good.
That's a good thing. I know you're here to talk about the career fair, and we'll come back to some of the other things as well, no doubt. But you're here to talk about this career fair. So tell me about this career fair that the county has scheduled for Wednesday, April the 1st.
Wednesday, April 1st, 9 a.m. to noon at the Polaris West Shore Career Center in Middleburg Heights. We'll have something like 100 employers there, all of whom have job openings. Good jobs. I mean, we're talking, we're talking about Lincoln Electric, we're talking about Swagelok, we're talking about Southwest General Hospital, places that have good jobs, and they're looking for people. In the past, a lot of people have gotten jobs at this fair, so I encourage people to come out. If you're looking for work, this is the place.
So that's going to be Wednesday, April the 1st, starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a 3-hour event, 9 until noon.
Right. Bring a resume and dress right for an interview, because some of the employers will interview you right there.
So you want to look ready. You want to be camera ready, as we say in television.
That's right.
At the Polaris Career Center on Wednesday, April the 1st, and that's located at 7285 Old Oak Boulevard in Middleburg Heights. Wednesday, April the 1st.
That's
it. You can get more information if you go. We'll put that website on the screen. There it is, right there at the bottom of the screen. We'll touch on that in just a minute. What's been the history of this career fair?
It's a true collaboration. Communities have gotten together with the county and employers, and when people come together in Cuyahoga County, things happen, and this is one of those examples. So I think it's about 8 years old, and it's been very successful.
What about people who are seeking employment? How has that worked? I know you've just been on the job since January, but how is Cuyahoga County doing with getting folks working?
Well, overall pretty good, but we have thousands of job openings in Cuyahoga County. We have, employers are telling us they have trouble finding people for the openings that at least have skills and training to fit those to fit those openings, and we have thousands of people looking for work. So, you know, that's a disconnect we have to repair. We have to connect people with the job openings, and this career fair is one of the good ways we can do that.
Yeah. What do you see as the burgeoning or the growing job opportunities in Northeast Ohio? I know we talk a little bit about health a lot, the health business. Do you see other jobs as well?
Sure, sure. Healthcare is definitely one of the three big ones. Manufacturing is another, and information technology, IT, is a third. You know, we have, you know, manufacturing is far from dead in Northeast Ohio. The manufacturing businesses are doing quite well, and they have job openings, and they need a flow of people. You know, we have a history here in Cuyahoga County of, you know, whole families, you know, having generation after generation been in manufacturing. Right now, the manufacturers, many of them are saying, you know, we're looking for people. We need people. We need people who can operate a CNC machine, for example. We need people who can do welding. We need people who can do the work. And many of the jobs don't require four-year degrees. They do require some skills, though. Manufacturing has changed. This is not your grandfather's manufacturing anymore. Many of the jobs now require some computer skills, for example. So you know, and it's not that, you know, a lot of them are not the dirty, you know, stand on your feet all day kind of jobs. Although nothing wrong with that, but the manufacturing jobs have changed.
So we've got to get our youngsters, certainly those in high school and those in junior college or Cuyahoga Community College or other similar institutions or full four-year colleges. They have got to get that education while they've got the opportunity.
That's right, and people need to understand manufacturing is a good job. You know, I think people don't think that way anymore. But you know, it's a good job. These are good paying jobs.
Somebody made everything with the suits we're wearing. Somebody made this desk here. Somebody made the chairs we're sitting on.
Northeast Ohio makes things, and our viewers can help that go ahead.
Is there anything that keeps you awake at night, worrying as the county executive now that you've got this job that you sought?
Yes, there are. You know, we have challenges. We have to watch our budget. You know, the pennies of the county. We have to be as efficient and streamlined as possible. We want to help communities with their budgets. You know, our local governments have been cut significantly over the last few years. Money coming out of Washington and Columbus is way down. And they need help. So we're working hard on coordinating, helping provide joint purchasing, joint services with the other communities. In
our final 30 seconds or 1 minute, Armand, the president was in town the other day. Was in town in mid-March. Did he hit the right notes as far as you're concerned, as he gave his speech at the Cleveland Convention Center?
Absolutely. I enjoyed his speech. I thought it was right on the mark. And interesting, that day, Leon, in the morning, actually, I met with our governor, and then in the afternoon, I got to meet with President Obama, and that doesn't happen many times in a person's life.
So you had the Republican side, you had the Democrat side.
Absolutely.
You got a little bit, it was kind of like stereo, I guess, on that same day.
Absolutely. And both were great meetings.
Yeah. Well, once again, we appreciate you being with us. Armand Budish is the Cuyahoga County Executive, and that event at the Polaris West Shore Career Fair was going to be held Wednesday, April the 1st, from 9 o'clock in the morning until noon at the Polaris Career Center, and that's at 7285 Old Oak Boulevard in Middleburg Heights. And come there ready for work. Come there looking like you want a job, too.
That's right.
Bring your resume and come camera ready to be interviewed.
Got it.
Many thanks, Armand.
Thank you,
Good to see you, my friend.
Always great.
We appreciate all that you're doing for Cuyahoga County and all of us here in Northeast Ohio.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. We'll talk about a local concert featuring an internationally known singer. I'm Leon Bibb. Back in a moment. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope, and we're glad to have you here. Mount Zion Congregational Church, United Church of Christ, hosts its first major fundraiser on March the 29th to benefit the Christian Business League and the church's prison ministry. The Reverend Paul Hobson Sadler Sr. is here with vocalist Pat Harris. They're here to tell us about the Songs of a Dream concert. Good to have you both here.
Good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you here, Reverend Sadler of Mount Zion Congregational Church over there on Magnolia in the University Circle area of Cleveland. Tell me about the mission of the Christian Business League.
Well, the Christian Business League is now 12 years old, began 12 years ago, and our founding chairperson, Mike Shin, recently passed away, and we certainly honor his memory. It is designed to help to boost economic development in the greater Cleveland area and to support entrepreneurship.
Yeah. So you're having a big event which is coming up on Palm Sunday, which is March the 29th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about that event. Pat Harris, you're going to be involved in that. You're going to be singing there.
Yes,
singing
I
wonderfully as you always do.
It is a wonderful, amazing concert of excellence. It will be featuring Roderick Dixon, Alfreda Burke, and myself are the featured artists on this show. We're also bringing in the music director Alvin Waddles out of Detroit, and it is packed with opera, with jazz, with Broadway, just a cornucopia of wonderful music. So we're really, really excited by that.
Yeah, I'm holding up a little information here on that. It's going to be at Mount Zion Congregational Church, United Church of Christ, UCC, which is on 10723 Magnolia Drive in Cleveland. It is right next door to the Cleveland Lewis Stokes VA Medical Center, so you'll be able to find it. You're excited about this, aren't you? You're always excited when you get a chance to perform and perform with other performers who'll be singing and playing music, right?
Right. Well, you know, this opportunity is a pivotal moment for me because this is a show that is something that should be at Carnegie Hall, but yet we're having it at Mount Zion, and the magnitude and the excellence in this program is just amazing.
And I see on the brochure here that you're going to have Roderick Dixon singing and Alfreda Burke, but Roderick Dixon, as I remember, with 3 more tenors. Three more tenors. So he'll be singing. Well, that'll be a nice one.
Yes.
I always enjoyed that. This is going to benefit the Christian Business League.
Yes, it will benefit the Christian Business League, and a portion of the proceeds will go to support many of our outreach ministries. One of the things, as you know, that we do at Mount Zion is outreach. We're serious about reaching out to the community. We're serious about really trying to meet the needs of our community. And so the Christian Business League is one of the ministries that we do to help to improve the quality of life for everyone in the city of Cleveland, as well as our prison ministry and our Jobs Partnership Cleveland that helps to provide employment for people who are unemployed and underemployed.
So where do we get tickets, and what's it going to cost to get in to hear Songs of a Dream, a Palm Sunday concert on March the 29th?
Well, tickets are available at MountZionCleveland.com, our website, and you can call Mount Zion at 216-791-5760 for more information about the concert. The best way to get the tickets are on the website, though, MountZionCleveland.com, and the orchestra seating is $40, general admission $25, and you will be able to purchase tickets at the door as well.
Yeah, and don't I have a wonderful control room? They've got that phone number right on the screen, just as you're talking, right at the bottom of the screen. So, what do you look forward to when you are involved in concerts? How do you prepare for something like this?
Oh, I'm a praying woman, so I look at the gift that I've been given as an opportunity to give back. So it's a lot of work, it's dialogue, it's learning a lot of songs, it's presentation, it's just packed with scripts, and so I've got a lot to memorize as well. But I'm always ready. Give me the mic is what I say.
Give me the mic and strike up the band, and Pat Harris is ready to do her thing. Now, you told me this is going to be a mixture. You're going to have Christian music in there, you're going to have jazz music in there, you're going to have all kinds of things in there.
Yes.
And it all fits together nicely, I would imagine.
It is full and packed of every genre that you can think of, because as a professional artist, we all have operatic backgrounds and jazz, Broadway, so we're putting it all in there and stirring it up real good.
Pastor, you going to sing any? Because I know you sing. I've heard you sing.
I'd love to sing, but this time I won't be singing. I'm going to leave it to the professionals this time.
But you do sing wonderfully. But if one of the bass baritones is not able to make it, I'm certain Paul
step up.
Hobson Sadler will be able to step in and step up. Once again, it's going to be Palm Sunday, which is March the 29th at Mount Zion Congregational Church, where Paul Hobson Sadler Sr. is the pastor there. And that's at 10723 Magnolia Drive in Cleveland. And everything starts at 4 o'clock, right? 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
And Pat Harris will be the vocalist there, along with Roderick Dixon and Alfreda Burke and other special guests. And just the Mount Zion Voices of Praise will be there.
Yes.
It's going to be a wonderful time. And the phone number is 791-5760 in the 216 area code. You see that at the bottom of the screen. Or go to MountZionCleveland.com as well at the bottom of the screen. More information on everything we've been talking about. We'll be praising the Lord, won't we?
Yes, we will.
In a variety of voices.
Yes.
Many thanks, Pat Harris, Reverend Sadler. Many thanks for being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Kaleidoscope. I'll be back with Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland after we do this, especially for you. The Morning Exchange segment means Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League is here, always with a wonderful thought. Today, I know you've got one.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Leon. I just want to announce to our audience today that during the month of March, the National Urban League releases its State of Black America report. And it is an excellent report. There's a great executive summary that looks at what the disparities are in our communities between African Americans and whites and Latinos and so forth in the areas of employment, wealth creation, and education. And so for those who are want to understand what are what's happening on those fronts, this is an excellent resource. So what we'd like people to do is to go to the Urban League website, and you'll find a link for the State of Black America report, and then you can kind of look at some of the findings in different cities, including Cleveland.
Yeah, and that Urban League website is ulcleveland.org.
Correct.
ulcleveland.org.
Yes.
Cleveland. This is all in keeping what you've been talking about as long as you have been with the Urban League and what your predecessors talked about over the decades.
Absolutely, and the county executive today talked about jobs and the gap between people who are unemployed and those who are, need people to work. And we've got to constantly work at that to make that match happen.
So we've got to get the young people, certainly, and the middle-aged people in the pipeline. They've got to be educated, ready to take these jobs. As the county executive says, there is work out here.
That's exactly right,
Okay.
and we're working to make that connection.
Okay, many thanks.
Thank
Marsha Maccabee, always with insightful thoughts. That's going to do it for Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. Take care.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.